Hello, hello, hello. How you doing, Symphony Reads family? How are you doing? It's your girl Janine. As you know, it's Symphony Reads. Please join us out on Facebook. Symphony Reads Ministry SRM. We're on Facebook. By all means, go to our page, like us, love us. Give us some feedback, comment, whatever makes you happy. Let's support one another. And always, if you want to ask a question, have a comment, need prayer request, whatever that may look like for you, don't hesitate to email us at symphonyreads with an S at gmail.com. That's symphonyreads with an S at gmail.com. And, every day we start, I think, with the maybe 15th or the 16th, I can't remember. But I've been doing this book, I've had a challenging times and just, when you're down, I will say this, that when you're down and you feel like you're out, you know what I mean? Um, the most negative things can come inside your mind, and it can manifest itself many different ways in your life. And it's nothing more than to keep you down, you know what I mean? To keep you in that, whatever that space is for you, um, that dark space. Maybe, and you start doing things, where you're keeping yourself in that down space. And what I mean by that, like withdrawing from people, your family, your friends, withdrawing from work, where you used to, that was your outlet to kind of get away from the house, and now you don't even want to do that. So you kind of withdraw from work. Um, Maybe you stop eating, or you're eating too much. It can go either way. And you're not doing the things that make you happy. You're not doing the things that brings you joy, brings you peace, And so, what I have been experiencing is just a lot of different things. It has manifested itself, as you might have already heard. It's manifested itself in in the natural by affecting my mental health, and just life's stances happening, um, just, things happening. Um, had a car, don't have a car, type things. Had a friend, don't have a friend, those type things. And so, it's just my mind has been flooded so much with just negativity and just being down and just, um, being in this not good, what I would consider a safe place. And so, one of the things that I started to do, when I recognized that this is not good behavior, is I wanted to flood my brain with positivity. Excuse me. I wanted to flood my brain with, the word. Um, and surround myself with people who I understand where I'm at right now, and but they're speaking life into my situation and not you know um, all that garbage, and stuff like that. So one of the things that I do, and I think it's just helpful in general, and I wanted to bring you on the journey with me, is a year of positive thinking with daily inspiration, wisdom, and courage, um, by Cindy Spiegel. And again, this is my first time, and it's a calendar. So, um, and we've been going through it. Just to, give background for those who are just, chiming in. And so I kind of just look at what's for today and kind of give my take on it, or how I'm going to apply this to my day today, or moving forward, how to see something just a little different. And so that's where I'm at with that. And today we're on January 19th, Let me just make sure. 'Cause yes, today's the 19th. So, we have, it's called Good Surprises. That's what it is for today. And it says, life will surprise you in the most magnificent ways. Allow it to. Be on the lookout for wonder, generosity, and unexpected smiles. Graciously accept them when they show up. And I read that this morning. Um, and sorry, my kids, I swear, I have more. I don't even know how this is even on my thing. But anywho, um, anyway, when I read that this morning, I had to put my thinking caps on and how is this even possible? And like I said, when you're down, you have moments where you're just whether you're listening to depressed music, you're listening to, stuff that just kind of keeps you in that down mode. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing uplifting. It's nothing positive. Sometimes you just being in your same surroundings can bring you down. So when I read this, I, started to think of, well, why not look or expect for things that make you happy? You know what I'm saying? That will put that smile on your face. And they do. It comes in the most oddest of times. And one of the things I thought about is one of my, the radio stations that I like to listen to is, what is it, 91.9. And they're very, inspirational and motivational, but they do this one thing on Thursdays called, what is it, drive through. Um, I think it's just called drive through. So what it is, what it is that, on Thursdays they encourage you to go out and pay for someone's meal. That's an unexpected thing. And whether it's through the drive through, because it doesn't necessarily have to be a drive through of McDonald's or anything like that. Some people have done it by going inside, people have done it in grocery stores, at restaurants. I mean, I've heard people tell the tales in so many different ways of how they, how this, this positive thing has resonated with them. And the reason I thought about that is because, you hear both sides. You hear how someone going to pay for someone's meal or coffee or whatever it is, it brings them joy. It brings them that sense of peace. And then the other side of it, I've heard the stories where, you know, you have people who have been the recipient of that just random act of kindness. And they tell the story like nobody knew I was really down, I was really depressed, and just to have someone pay for my coffee, or I really didn't have the money and I'm scraping, and it just brought them for that moment joy and peace. And so that is, it's unexpected, and you get a smile from that. You're having that, you having one of those days where you're just not smiling, and someone paying for something unexpectedly, and it, brings a smile on your face. That is a wonderful surprise. And, it's like, wow, thank you, because I really was, this is what I was going through, this is just where I was at. So you never know where people are at in their life. And just that simple act of kindness can bring it's a surprise for them, and it's unexpected, and it brings these smiles, this joy, this peace upon them. And so, you know, it, when you're down and out, I will say, let's look for the joy in life. And how does that, what does that look like for you? I love it. I love to give people things um, and help them, and just have that smile upon their face. And sometimes what I give, because like I said, I don't always have a lot of money, and not everything is about money, but I like to give hugs. I like to just hug people, like someone is telling me something about their day, and I just give them this massive bear hug. And, it's a massive bear hug. And, it brings a smile upon their face, and it brings a smile upon my face to be able to, give them that hug. I like to give people hugs that maybe they don't get hugged often. Sometimes when you have, um, I mean, I've heard stories of, like, I had a little boy who, I think, he just wasn't showed love in his life. And so for him to receive a hug from a stranger, that brought him, like, it was emotional for him, and it brought him a level of just peace and joy, because, he wasn't used to being hugged. He wasn't used to nobody showing affection for him in that way. And so it did it, as much, it was emotional. And, so that's what I try to do. Sometimes I'll go, um, just the people that I know. I love visiting with senior citizens. I really, really do. I love hearing their stories. And, I love to, like, sit and eat a meal with them, and just listen to their wisdom that they have. But, they lack that intimacy of just someone holding their hand or combing their hair, So, and, my grandparents died when I was kind of early. So, I've always enjoyed when I got to do my auntie, who has since passed away, her hair. That was a thing that it brought her joy, and it brought me joy too, to be able to spend that time. So, I think of different ways of how this can just manifest in your life. And I think sometimes helping someone else in their life can bring you an unexpected joy that you just didn't realize was there. You know what I mean? It's not always about receiving. You can find that joy, that unexpected joy, that wonder that life has to bring, and be be giving, to give, and you can find that joy there. So I want to be more, maybe I'm not giving enough more, but just those unexpected things. I watched a movie a couple of days ago, and something was, I don't even really remember what was said, and but whatever was said, I looked at the screen, I kind of tilted my head to the side, and I laughed, and I had not laughed in so, and it just felt like forever. And I laughed, and I mean, it was a chuckle, and, I was surprised that I laughed, and I said, you know what, I know that I'm healing, because I, I'm finding laughter. You know what I'm saying? I'm finding my zhuzh back a little bit, and it's coming back slowly. And so, it made me laugh. So watching something uplifting and kind of funny, helps bring you out the mood. Exercising helps bring you out the mood. Um, Reading can bring you out the mood. Writing can bring you out the mood. Um, just so many different things. And I think doing something for somebody else, you know, be that good surprise for someone else. It's okay. And it can be so, excuse me, excuse me. Wow. Excuse me. It can be that small thing. It doesn't have to be anything major. And, because it's the little things, it's the little things that I think we can do, that you'll be surprised how it can brighten someone else's day. You know, Normally, let's say you go into wherever you go into, and you never really say good morning to people. Maybe if you greet a person and say good morning with a smile, that can literally brighten up somebody else's day. And then that's so small, and it's just so small. Or, when you say, how are you doing, maybe wait just that second to actually hear what the other person has to say. Again, that could be a, a day changer. for someone else. I was in line today. Um, I went to the grocery store Sunday, so I try to buy groceries on Sundays and prep for the week. And in the grocery store, I bought me a cheesecake, and I'm not supposed to have cheesecake. It's just not part of my eating plan. So anyway, I'm in line, and that's the last item I put up there is the cheesecake. And so the lady behind me, she just said, "Is this your cheesecake?" And I looked at her, and I just was like, "Don't judge me. Don't judge me. Don't judge me about my cheesecake. Yeah, that's my cheesecake. Don't judge me." And I said it, laughingly, like, "Don't judge me." And she died. I mean, she looked at me. I said, "Don't judge me about that cheesecake. Don't call me out. Don't call me out because I got the cheesecake. You know daggone well I'm not supposed to have your cheesecake nowhere near my basket." But you don't call me out on the cheesecake. And so the teller, the cashier, she bust out laughing, honey. The lady behind me, she bust out laughing, and then she started. She picked up a couple of items in her bag. She said, "Honey, this is my cheap stuff right here." So she said, "Woo." And she was like, "This my cheap stuff right here." And I was like, "Okay." And so she said, "That just gave me the chuckle today. It's being kind. I wasn't doing nothing but being me. And I can be very silly. A lot of people don't know that about me, but I can be very, very silly. And I was just being kind of, silly. Um, and it brightened her day. And again, I'm just being me and just being friendly because, she asked the question. I could have just said, "Yes, this is my cheesecake," and kept on moving. But, I got a little friendly with it, and it brightened her day. And it also brightened the cashier's day, to hear that chuckle. And she was like, "You go." And then, when I left, they was like, "You go eat that cheesecake, girl." And I said, it might not make it home. I might eat that cheesecake in the car on the way home. And so, you know, just a good chuckle. So again, it's just, that's just me. My little thing was I was being, nice. At least I thought I was being nice. Thankfully, she didn't take it the wrong way. And it was, funny, but it brightened her day. That was the whole point. It was unexpected. She wasn't expecting to have that smile, that little chuckle that day. And actually, me, goofing around, with her, it made me smile and chuckle, and it just changed the mood of the line. You know what I'm saying? It just kind of changed the mood. So I think it's good. I think it's good that it's okay. We know about the bad things in life. We know that there's things that can happen that can just bring us down and our mood down, and we can be depressed. And please excuse my children. I told them to please be quiet, but they're being kids, and that's okay. They're twins. They're 7, so I'm gonna let them do them. But anyway, we know that there's things that can bring us down. We had a bad day at work, and we have to find those surprises in life, whether we're on the receiving end of the surprises or we're on the giving side of the surprise. Or of that just unexpected thing for today. And so when we find that, even though things are happening around us that can be bad, let's stop, looking for more bad or more, like down stuff. Let's try to bring ourselves up. Let's bring ourselves out of the funk. And we can do that. And it's okay because life will throw you surprises. And in the most weirdest ways, and I can probably give you 1,000 stories on how, just things were not expected. I'm just in, the house. Sometimes I can get that call from a good friend who says, "Come on, let's go grab some food," and that can bring and that's just beautiful. And you can be that person that we call that friend and not wait, be like, "Hey, let's go get some food," whatever that is. Let's look for the joy in life. You know what I'm saying? And there's joyful things. The fact that we woke up and we are living and breathing is a joy. That's a joy, because I'm telling you, people are dying at crazy rates. And I mean, it's not to old age anymore. People are dying. People are being killed off. People are having illnesses at younger and younger ages that when we were young, we just didn't even think that way. Or, people are just going. Friends are leaving this world in exponential, I mean, just crazy rates. And, I hear stories every day. So, let's find that joy in life. Just the fact that maybe you can walk out and smell that fresh air, go do it. Take that walk. It can be invigorating. It can clear your mind. And, don't be afraid. And like I said, when it comes to surprises and how life is, you can be an illustrator of that. So on Thursdays, they do the drive through where you just, go pay for someone's food or go pay for someone's coffee at Starbucks or, I don't know, at 7-Eleven or, whatever. I've heard people paying for gas, but it's those unexpected things. And so it's beautiful for the receiver, but it's also the receiving of that, and it's also being the giver of that. So, let's just, keep that in mind. And that was for today. Good surprises. We can be on either end of it. So I just hope you're blessed. And like I said, please check us out on Facebook and, find out more about us. Give us an email at Symphony Reads with an S at gmail.com. Symphony Reads at gmail.com. And like I said, visit us Facebook. And I can't wait to see you tomorrow for day 20. Have a good one. Bye bye.